So I want to talk about the environmental influence that contributes to women having lower self-confidence, because that's what really leads to imposter syndrome. And the first of these environmental influences is stereotypes. And in my book, I talk a lot about the origins of those gender stereotypes, how we're trapped in often those classifications, and often women in particular who move away from those stereotypes are often not encouraged or even punished for moving away from those stereotypes. So the other environmental influence is an expectation of goodness. Starting in school and even younger at home, girls are rewarded for being good, quiet, neat, compliant, well behaved. Encouraging goodness discourages confidence building behavior like taking risks, being rowdy, teasing, roughhousing, those things that are common in boys' play. The other environmental issue is that fewer girls play sports. And sports are actually really good for building confidence, particularly in our early years, because playing them involves competing, winning and losing, which have parallels with victories and setbacks throughout our life. And also, they have parallels around making a mistake at work, because that often involves victories and setbacks. So if we haven't practiced that in our younger years, we feel uncomfortable about doing that in later life. Fewer girls play sports than boys, and girls are 6 times more likely to quit their teams than boys. This is because girls' self-esteem drops more than boys during adolescence, and losing makes them more uncomfortable. So they just stop competing. So we need to, that's an environmental factor, but we can overcome that by practicing victories and setbacks. And, it doesn't have to be through sports, but it can be through other things. The other environmental influence is that the rules have changed around what leads to promotion in the workplace. Academic achievement and just pure competency are no longer just requirements for success. Success requires you to self-promote and be politically savvy, and many women don't get enough practice at those things in their early years as well. The fifth environmental influence is body image expectations. Women's confidence is strongly tied to physical appearance, and they're judged on their appearance more than men are. Women who don't meet society's beauty standards have a harder time. The second last environmental influence is the desire to be likable. So this makes us scared to offend people, and it often leads to uncomfortableness or difficulty in saying no, because we want to be liked. The last environmental influence is that we attribute everything that goes wrong as a personal failing. And particularly, as I said earlier, women tend to attribute failings internally, but they attribute successes externally. So this actually leads to always that feeling of being too inadequate to take action.